Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start our new portion of optics, which is wave optics, and it includes the chapter Huygens principle and interference. This is very important chapter and very interesting to understand also. Huygens principle and basically interference. Till now we have studied about the reflection of light, refraction and rectilinear light, propagation of light. All these phenomena indicates that the light travel in a straight line. Okay, then how can they interfere? So the phenomena of interference, diffraction and polarization. These all phenomena could not be explained with the concept of ray optics. So thereafter introduction of the wave optics was introduced, according to which the light is in the form of packets of energy, right? It is in the form of packets of energy and have transverse wave motion. Transverse wave motion means it travels in a direction perpendicular to the direction of propagation, like this. Okay, and assuming that the light is actually a wave, not a ray, we can explain the different concepts of interference. Now let us discuss about the first most topic, which is the wave front. Wave front is defined as continuous locus of all the particles of the medium which are vibrating in same phase at a given time. Now what is this? This is the continuous locus of all the particles of a medium which are vibrating in same phase at a given time. Okay, now we know that any source, let this is a source S, it will send the light in all direction, and light is in the form of packets of energy. So it means when the light is traveling, it is carrying the form of energy. So when it is moving through any medium, suppose we are considering here the hypothetical medium, homogeneous medium. Homogeneous medium means in which the speed of light will remain same at every point. Okay, so when this light is traveling passing through that medium, what it is doing, it is carrying the energy and transferring the energy to that particle. So the particle will start vibrating at their own position. Okay, now since the light is in the form of transverse wave, as we have already said, so in this case this is carrying energy, so it is transferring the energy to the particle. So particle will start vibrating about its mean position, and then that particle carrying energy will be transferred to the next, which start vibrating about its mean position. So we can say that all particles at a given time are vibrating in the same time in the same phase. Suppose now this is the different particles at the same time, so they are vibrating in the same phase at the given time. So if we can locate that particles, locate means if we locate these particles like this and draw a line, then this line, which is considered at the continuous locus of these particles, is known as wavefront. Now wavefront can be of any shape depending upon the nature of the source. Now if we are having a point source, okay, first is we are having a point source. In this case the source is point, so it will sense the disturbance in all directions, and it will disturb the medium accordingly. Now at given time, suppose the light having a disturbance or energy reaches at this point, so these wave particles can be located easily, and now when we join these particles, this will comes out to be the wavefront. So we can say that a point source will be having a spherical wavefront. So this is spherical wavefront. Spherical wavefront. Similarly, if we are having a source which is a line source means it is emitting light in this way. Okay, so it will sense the disturbance in this direction also and in this direction also. So at a particular instant of time, if we locate the particles, these will be, suppose at any time t, this disturbance reaches to this point. Similarly, at the same time the particle disturbance reaches to this point. So the continuous locus of these points will be this line. So we can say that in this case these two lines can be considered as the wavefront, and in this case this point is acting as a point source, so it will send out disturbance in all direction also. So we can say that spherical wavefront is obtained as we have discussed earlier. So in this case we can say that a plane source will be having the cylindrical wave front. Next, if we are having a source at infinite distance, means the light or ray or disturbance is coming from infinity. In that case the wavefront will be a plane wavefront, which can be drawn like this, plane wavefront. So if we draw it properly by using the scale, it will be like this. I will draw it again. So in this case again, at any time the wavefront obtained is a plane wavefront. So for a source at infinite distance which is sending the disturbance in the form of parallel rays, so the wavefront obtained will be the plane wavefront. So this is about the wavefronts.